Yo, what's up, big dogs? Back again, late with some Modern Warfare 2. I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 the way you should be playing it, with console commands, bah. Look at this. The FOV is all crazy. You can see the arm and stuff. But yeah, recently just got this game just so I can do this. If you need a direction on how to do this, there's a video on YouTube that's pretty helpful. It took me a while to get the configurations right, but eventually I got it. After like 3 days of struggling, I got it. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy it. It's really fun going back to playing this Modern Warfare, the original 2009. Um, Honestly, and I don't know if it's just because I'm on keyboard and mouse, but this game is a lot harder than when I was playing it when I was younger. But to be honest, when I was younger, I never got past the regular. I'm playing on regular right now as well. I don't know how people beat it on veteran. You must play this game like you had to beat it like 10 times. Like, in my opinion, I only beat this game when I was younger, probably like 5 times, and all on regular. But not even really. I would just do missions. So like most of the time, playing like my favorite missions, mostly like this one. I really like this mission, to be honest, and the I would honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. I only beat the campaign like probably twice. Uh, I would mostly play like Spec Ops all the time and multiplayer. Obviously, the multiplayer in this game was peak. Never got the nuke, unfortunately. Yeah, I just wasn't that beast. The best thing I got was probably like uh the chopper gunner. Yeah, that's probably like the best thing I ever got. I kind of wasn't that good at this game, and plus, I don't really use like meta weapons. I would just use the ACR silenced. And then eventually, me and my friends figured out that you can actually lock lobbies and start boosting. But that was like way later on. That was like probably like 3 years after the game came out. Like people were playing Modern Warfare 3, and we were still playing Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I had Modern Warfare 3. I just chose to play Modern Warfare 2 because it was fun. But yeah, but that's pretty much what I want to talk about the game. I want to talk about a little bit of IRL stuff. I was supposed to talk about this in the Resident Evil video that I never posted, but I recently just got a new car. It took like 4 years in the making, and I'm pretty alright with my purchase. You know, I initially wanted a Tacoma truck. I know I was crying about it in the previous Resident Evil 4 videos, and then I switched it up. I wanted a Silverado, and then I was trying to get a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it just wasn't working out. It wasn't working out. I was praying and stuff, trying to ask for God's like guidance, and then he eventually just guided me to a Honda Civic, and then it all kind of worked out. It took for really long time to get it though. Like honestly, like I was like, all right, I'm just gonna be in and out, give him the money and head out. You know what I'm saying? Because I have like a decent like what you call it, a decent down payment. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop out the cash. Like I don't like to talk. I put the racks down type stuff. But I would go up to the guy and I'm like, we're just looking, dude. And then I found a Honda Civic hatchback sport, and I was like, this looks, kind of my speed. So let's see what's up with it. So then I'm like, hey man, what's up with this? Can we talk numbers about this? He's like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was all like, all right. He's like, oh, don't you want to test drive it first? And I was like, nah, bro. I just wanna, see what's up with it, get the numbers going, and all that stuff. And he's like, nah, my boss tells me I want to drive it. And I was like, dude, no. I told him no. And he's like, nah, let me just test drive it. Oh, well, check this out. The intervention, damn. This looks fresh. This looks fresh. But anyways, yeah, I was like, no, dude, I just want to like sit down at the desk and talk numbers already and see what's up and see what we can do with it. He's like, no, no, let me just take you on a test drive. And I was like, whatever, dude. And he was taking it on it, and I was just like, it's cool, bro, but I'm not really impressed, man. Like, I've been in a Honda before, bro. Like, it's cool. The interior is like nice and sleek. It's simple. It's just cool. It's just like a car. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me hop in it. Whatever. We drove around. He was trying to like sell it to me. Look at this no scope. Pretty clean. But yeah, he was trying to sell it to me. And I was just like, dude, whatever. The car's like sold in my opinion. Like I don't really care. Like it's mine. Like I know it's mine already. But I just want to see if I could get a deal. Whatever. Talk to him. And I was like, he's like, what do you want the payments to be? And I was like, honestly, like I would really want 350, but like 400 is the most I'll go for it. And then he's just like, we're there talking, blah 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 blah. He's like, oh, if you put 8,000, you get, like 7.9 APR. And I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. And then I was like, all right, how about I put um 15 down? What would I get for that? And then he's like, oh, hold on, let me go talk to my guy. And then he goes talks to his supervisor, and then blah blah blah. They give me the numbers of like us for 10, 12, and 15, like you asked. The 10 was 5. No, yeah, the 10 was 5. No, the 10 was 6.99 APR. 12 500 was 5.9 APR, and 15 was 4.99 APR, which was like the best APR I was gonna get. I was trying to put down 20 G's, but he was like, nah, you want some money for yourself, and I was like, nah, just give me some numbers if I put down 20, bro. I'm trying to put down 20. He's like, nah, and I know why he didn't want it, because he knew he was gonna get taxed on it like fat. But honestly, I went about it the wrong way. And I know you're saying like, oh man, you should have went through a bank financial thing and had a loan for it, so you can get a lower APR, and you can get money directly, or you could put your down payment to the principal or whatever. Bro, I don't care about that, honestly. In my opinion, I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything or arrogant, but like, bro, like I needed the car like on the spot. Like I didn't have time to like do all that. At this point, I was like, Ubering it, bumming rides to work, you know what I'm saying? So I needed the car like on the spot. Like it was an emergency. So I didn't have time to like be doing all that. And like, at the same time, all that time my car was like on like the verge of dying. I should have been doing that, but I didn't know. So like I didn't know when my car was gonna die, so I needed it on the spot. Maybe for the next time, now that I have this car, when I get my next car, if I get my next car, I'm gonna do that. Ask for a loan, do that. I'll put all the information right here on screen on what you should do. But I didn't, and that was my fault. Buyers, like first time buyers mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But I got the car, and what you call it, yeah, I finally did it. And then we were waiting because we had to wait for the registrator guy. And then we went to the registrating guy. He was like, blah, 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 saying all this stuff, trying to sell me like freaking theft packages and all this, like I don't know, like GPS type stuff. And I was like, nah, dude, I'm good. I just want the car. Like I want the car. And he's like, what about like this service thing? And I was like, how much is gonna add to it? So eventually, originally it was gonna be like 450 on the dot, and then he was trying to raise it to 470 a month. And I was like, how about no, he was like talking, and then I was like signing, and then I was like, wait a second, I'm not buying a CR, because it like on the paper it said CRV, and I was like, I'm not buying a CRV. He's like, yeah, you are. And I was like, no, I'm buying a Honda Civic. And then he looks at me and he's like, oh, it's because these cars have the same VIN. And I was like, oh yeah, ha ha ha. And I'm like, dude, like the dealerships are such scumbags, bro. Like they try to finesse you anytime they can. Anytime you're not paying attention, they try to finesse you. And I knew they knew, because I was young and stuff, that like they were trying to finesse me. And then whatever's like, I go and do that, and then he's like, oh, we have this deal where you get 10 years of oil changes and electronic warranty. So like if anything electronic goes out in the car, like sensors, all that, it'll be covered. And I was like, okay, I'm down. And he's like, it's gonna be 470. And I was like, can it be 450? Can it be 450, bro? Like, come on, like That's like extra. You already said this much, and now you're trying to make it this much. He's like, all right, you know what? Since you called out the CRV thing, saved us a lot of time. Um, we'll do that for you, man. I was like, thank you. And then finally, it's time to come to pay, and I was like, oh crap, I need to call my bank because they're not gonna let me freaking drop down 15 G's. They're gonna think that's fraud or whatever. So then I call my bank, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna put a down payment on 15,000 on this car, and it took forever. It took 30 minutes, and then the bank was gonna close in 40 minutes, and I was scared because I was like, dang, what if they close and then like I can't even do this like today? I'm gonna be so upset because I got there at like 9. It was like 12 p.m. I was like, oh my gosh, I wasted so much time here. I thought I was gonna be in and out in like honestly 2 hours at most. Hour, hour, like at my time, I thought I was gonna be like an hour at most. And then I was like, all right, 2 hours is probably gonna be the max. Nah, I was there for like 4.5, 5 hours, just because these dealers were trying to finesse me as much as they can. And then whatever is like, I finally get a hold of the bank, and I was like, yes, can I put 15,000? Cause I'm trying to put a down payment on a car. Like, oh yeah, that's fine. Hold on, let me just put you on hold to get you with someone who can do that. And I was like, why can't you do that, bro? It's not that hard. It's just you need to give a clearance. Just that's it, bro. I don't get it. Whatever is, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. They finally answer, and I was like, oh, can you get the okay on this? And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, okay, once I do this 15G process, can you change it back to my previous withdrawal balance, which is 1,000 or something? No, I think it's like four. I think it's like 2,000. I don't really like talking about money, but blah, 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 whatever. It's a certain amount of money I can withdraw for a day. Um, and then whatever is, I finally get it. I drop down the 15 G's. Yeah, and then everything's good. I finally sign off on everything, and then they're all like, all right, we're pulling the car right now, and they're taking forever, 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 forever. And then they finally pull up, and I'm like, all right, laters, whatever. And the guy's like, make sure to review me. It means a lot, man, if you guys had a good time. And I was like, yeah, whatever's, bro. Hop in the car. I put I try to connect my phone, but the radio comes on, and the first thing that comes on is a Christian radio, and I'm like, dang, it was like a sign from God. And then I mess up the moment and put on 24 songs by Cardi, and I'm just driving, I'm cruising. I feel like, I feel amazing. Like I finally made. It was like 4 years in the making. I finally got a new car, 2026 Honda Civic hatchback Sport. I'm feeling good. Like, maybe it's not the car I wanted, but it's the car I needed. It was a necessity. I needed it, you know. And I'm happy, I'm happy everything worked out. I'm happy about like all these things. But at the same time, it was kind of harsh because I finally got the insurance on it. Since it's a new car and since I'm a first time buyer, the insurance was $480. So my combined bills was like $888. Now probably like $900, $920 or something there around that. And I'm like, dang, a month. And I'm like, dang, that's so harsh. But and I finally, like, whatever, I got past that moment. So I lost 15,000. I lost 900. And now I'm feeling the aftershock of it. Like, now it's getting harder because now I had to figure out how to finance differently and be better, because, these bills, like, they can sneak up on you and stuff. And I'm not in financial ruins, luckily, because of the new car. I'm just like, I'm having to work differently or move differently. I can't be like egregiously spending as much, and that's why like I've been slowing down the videos lately, because all this stuff has been happening in the background. And I just wanted to explain it to you guys on why the slowdown of my videos has been happening, because this stuff in the background has been affecting me. I've been trying to like not let it affect me as much. I've been trying to post here and there when I can, but it's kind of difficult because I didn't have a car at the time, and I was just trying to, you know, figure out what I can do and figure out how much time I had before it was gonna seriously start affecting me. But it, like, honestly, as soon as my car died, it started affecting me instantly. Like, it was so hard to like do anything. Like, even going to work, it was like really like, it was just annoying, you know what I'm saying? Because like I had to ask for rides, I had to bum rides, I had to what you call it, I had to like Uber it, I had to do all this and that, and it doesn't feel good. It's like it sucks, but like I had to figure stuff out. I couldn't just jump into something. Like, let's say I would go all in on that Grand Cherokee, I would not be in a good position right now. I'd probably be paying like almost $2,000, probably like realistically 1,600 for that car, and that doesn't even account for my bills that I have that are not the car. You know what I'm saying? And I would have went all in on that if like I wasn't in my right mind, because like I really wanted the Grand Cherokee, but it's like that's just like my materialistic side wanting that. But my realistic side was all like, well, I'm gonna just get what's more um sustainable for like the future. I'm gonna get something that's like you know it's gonna have longevity. You know what I'm saying? And that's always been my thought process. I always think of longevity instead of what people think of me. You know what I'm saying? Which, like, I'll admit, like, I'm not gonna lie, I I unfortunately have that disease where sometimes I care about what people think about me, and it's just like if I'm being real, like, yeah, at times I do like care. Like, I was like so sad when I was like bumming and people were like, "Oh, how are you getting to work since your car did?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm getting rides from like my parents or friends or like Ubering it here." And it sucks. It sucks like that, but you just gotta humble yourself and realize you're not perfect, you're not number one, you're not there's always gonna be someone better than you. You just gotta be humble, you know what I'm saying? Take it on the chin. But yeah, that's what's happening lately, and that's like the end of the mission as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little story. This is what basically what's been happening with me, and I hope you like the gameplay because it looks pretty sick. I really like how the FOV looks. Look at me spinning around tweaking. But yeah, it's been a good one, and I hope you guys continue with my channel as well. I'm gonna keep on posting video, and I appreciate all those views that I got on the professional bowling. All right, well, that's late for everything. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.
I need a face. Drop in my space. Get out my space.